Welcome to another episode of FTK Feature Focus, and we are going to focus on an FTK feature for how you can mark chat messages as privileged. In FTK that you're looking at right now, we have iOS messages up, and we have a chat between Elliot and Isaac. No big deal, but let's say we're going to have a reviewer go through this, and we need to make sure that certain information, which isn't allowed either by the special master or the court appointed, or it's outside of the scope of the warrant, or it's HIPPA, or whatever the case may be, the reviewers aren't allowed to see that in this case. So we have a couple ways of allowing them to review the information in the case without seeing that stuff. So let's jump into it. We have the chats here in the file list view. I'll go ahead and collapse this just to give us a little bit more room. And then we have the conversation view here. All right, for the sake of this example, let's say that this car is privileged. Like, whatever. It doesn't matter. But this chat, we're gonna go ahead and check mark it, and we're gonna come up here, and we are going to flag this chat as privileged. So I'll go ahead and click that. We'll hit the little drop down, and we're gonna flag it as privileged. Now, if this was a document or a picture outside of a chat or something, we could do all the duplicates, we could do the full family, or maybe just we could come in, select one like this, notice, and just flag this whole conversation as privileged. Okay, we're not going to do that for right now, but all right, so we flag it as privileged, and we go ahead and we click apply. Now, I'm an admin. I'm the one going through on the filter team to, remove this. So nothing appears to have changed other than we know it's now privileged. Okay, so that's how you could do it one by one. You could also come over here and right click on stuff and flag as privileged. Okay, so you could do one at a time either way. Maybe you have a key phrase that indicates something that is associated with this privileged information. So what we could do is come into the message body and go to filter, and notice filter by condition contains, and we'll just say the word phone, and we'll hit apply. So now what we have is these 16 messages. We could go ahead and select all of them. We could right click, and we could flag as privileged. And what we want to do is we want to flag these as privileged. Sure, flag duplicates on, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take it off though. Notice we have 16 items selected, and I'm going to go ahead and submit. And now these documents are flagged as privileged. Okay, so we have this conversation between Isaac and Elliot, and we have marked some things privileged. I'm going to go ahead and log out and switch users. So my JT Review account is just a reviewer account. Once I'm logged in with JT Review, I'm going to go into my case list, and I see iOS backup old. Now, logged in as JT Review, I'm looking at the same chat, but if I were to scan through, I'm not going to find a picture, that specific picture of that car. The funny thing about this chat is there is that car in other things, but it's not the same message that we dropped out. So if I come over to message body again and go filter by condition, and type in the word phone and hit apply, notice I get no results, but we know there is chats that mention phone, but they were marked privileged. So they're not going to see any of those chats that had the word phone in the message body. Why is this better than maybe exporting out all the chats and that sort of thing? Well, as a reviewer, I can come through and I can select the ones that matter, and I can bookmark or label or code, whatever the case may be, and it all is in the same case. I, as the admin, can check on it if they need any help, if they need any additional files added to the case. I don't have to export more stuff and move it around. And I can control what they view through flagging of privilege and through case permissions on the user. This provides you a very streamlined, auditable, and controllable way to work HIPAA cases, client attorney privileges, anything that you're dealing with privileged documentation or stuff that's going to go outside of the scope of a warrant without having to ship multiple data sets around back and forth and curate them and export them. This also allows you on the fly, if other terms or things come up, you can immediately post those as privileged and remove them from the view of the reviewer. So thanks for checking this out. And in another video, we will go over the user permission management so you can set this up completely. Thank you.